The season finale of All the Queen's Men Season 4 gave us everything we were waiting for: betrayals, shocking reveals, and power moves that will have fans talking for weeks. Just when you think the story has reached its limit, the writers push the characters into even darker, more dangerous corners. The finale isn't just the end of a season, it feels like the beginning of a whole new war. This episode wasted no time throwing us into the fire. From the very first scene, the energy was high and you could feel the tension building. Every character walked into this finale with secret plans, hidden motives, and dangerous alliances. The writers made sure to remind us of the stakes, and they didn't hold back when it came to showing the cost of ambition and betrayal. We saw Madame at the center of it all, still standing strong as the empire around her shook with chaos. The finale built on everything we'd seen throughout Season 4, pulling together storylines that had been slowly boiling beneath the surface. Each move Madame made felt like a chess piece sliding into place. She's been fighting battles all season against enemies outside and even closer to home. In this finale, we finally saw who she could truly trust. But the recap wouldn't be complete without talking about the tension between loyalty and survival. That theme ran through every moment of this episode. Characters who seemed loyal earlier in the season showed cracks in their devotion, while others who had been quiet in the background suddenly stepped up in ways nobody expected. The writers used that uncertainty to keep us guessing with every scene. Nothing felt predictable. The action scenes were sharp and heavy with emotion. Every fight, every standoff, every look between characters carried weight because by this point in the season, every choice could mean someone's downfall. The finale reminded us that in All the Queen's Men, power never comes without a price. Even when characters thought they were making the right decision, the consequences hit fast, leaving scars that will carry into the next season. What really stood out is how carefully the storylines were tied together. Small details from earlier episodes suddenly returned in big ways, proving that nothing in this show is ever random. The writers clearly had this finale mapped out from the very beginning of the season. You can see how each moment was designed to lead us right here. The build-up paid off because by the end of the episode, you could feel that mix of satisfaction and shock that only a great finale can deliver. The emotions were just as powerful as the action. We didn't just watch characters fight or scheme, we felt the weight of their decisions. Relationships were tested in ways that can't be undone. And even when there were small victories, the sense of loss was never far behind. The finale left us with the reminder that in Madame's world, love, trust, and loyalty are fragile things, and they can be broken in a heartbeat. This recap isn't about spoiling every single detail, it's about capturing the feeling of the finale. And the feeling was clear: no one is safe, and nothing will ever be the same. The episode was a perfect balance of action, drama, and heart. It gave us closure on some storylines while leaving others wide open, making sure we'll be counting the days until Season 5. The finale of All the Queen's Men Season 4, Episode 16, was not just another chapter. It was a game-changing storm filled with shocking twists that flipped the entire board upside down. Every time it felt like the story was settling, a new move was made that threw the characters, and us as the audience, into chaos. This wasn't a finale that played it safe. It took risks, and those risks paid off with unforgettable moments. One of the biggest plot turns came with Madame herself. All season long, we've watched her maneuver her empire like a master chess player. But in this finale, she faced one of her most dangerous crossroads yet. A betrayal from within her circle cut deeper than any outside threat, proving that power doesn't always collapse from the outside, it often rots from within. When the truth came out, the silence in that moment said more than words could. Madame's face told the story of a woman who has lost trust but refuses to lose control. Another unforgettable twist came from a character many thought had been sidelined earlier in the season. Just when everyone wrote them off, they returned with a move that changed everything. It was a reminder that in this show, no character should be underestimated. Their comeback didn't just shock Madame, it shifted the entire balance of power, making clear that unfinished business will always find its way back into the game. The writers also delivered a shocking double cross that left fans reeling. An ally turned enemy in a single scene, and the switch was so sharp that it felt like the ground was ripped out from under the story. What made this moment so powerful was how it had been building quietly all season. The hints were there, but the reveal landed with such force that it still felt brand new. Of course, the finale wouldn't be complete without a showdown. The tension between Madame and her rival reached a boiling point, and the confrontation was explosive. This wasn't just a battle of fists or guns, it was a war of wills. Every word spoken felt like a blade. Every glare carried history. The intensity of this scene will go down as one of the show's most iconic moments. And just when it seemed one side had the upper hand, the writers pulled the rug out with another shocking reveal that changed the outcome completely. What made the finale truly unique wasn't just about who lived or who died, it was about who walked away broken. The emotional fallout hit harder than some of the physical confrontations. Characters who thought they had everything under control ended up shattered, stripped of their illusions. That gave this finale real depth. It wasn't just about shock value, it was about consequences that will echo into the next season. And then came the final twist, the cliffhanger. Just when it seemed like the dust had settled, the writers dropped one last bombshell that left fans gasping. It was the kind of moment that makes you sit back, replay the scene in your mind, and wonder how you didn't see it coming. This closing twist didn't just set up season 5, it completely redefined what we thought we knew about the story. It opened new doors, raised new questions, and made sure the audience will be hooked until the very first second of the next season. The genius of this finale lies in how these twists were layered. None of them felt random or forced. They all tied back to choices made earlier in the season. Every betrayal, every comeback, every shocking reveal felt like the natural result of the dangerous world these characters live in. That's what makes All the Queen's Men stand out. It's not just about surprise, it's about weaving those surprises into the heart of the story. When we talk about the key plot moments of this finale, we're not just talking about shocking twists. We're talking about carefully built turning points that reshape everything moving forward. The finale wasn't just the end of season 4, it was a doorway into an even more dangerous, unpredictable season 5. If there's one thing this finale made crystal clear, it's that All the Queen's Men thrives because of its characters. The storylines are powerful, the twists are shocking, but it's the people, their choices, their struggles, and their ambitions, that keep us glued to the screen. Season 4, Episode 16 gave us a masterclass in character development, bringing arcs to explosive ends while leaving some hanging by a thread. Madame, as always, was the heartbeat of the show. In this finale, she reminded us why she's not just a leader. She's a survivor, a strategist, and at times a ruthless queen protecting her throne. We also saw background characters step forward in ways nobody expected, others fall in tragic yet inevitable ways, and every performance shine with raw emotion. This finale proved once again that the strength of All the Queen's Men lies in its people, their ambition, their betrayals, and their battles for survival. At its core, the episode was about power, loyalty, betrayal, and the dangerous cost of ambition. By the time the credits rolled, we weren't just left with shocking moments, we were left with questions. How much does power destroy the people who hold it? Can loyalty survive in a world built on ambition? And when the masks finally come off, who will be left standing? This finale reminded us that All the Queen's Men is more than a story about survival in a ruthless world. It's about the human heart under pressure, and how ambition and betrayal can shape destiny.